Hi everyone, this is Ganesh Dhonoka. Today we are going to learn with respect to the access control. As the name itself says, that is access. It means to whom we should provide an access and to whom we should not. This controlling need to be done when we are dealing with respect to the cloud as well. As we are well aware, that is we provides the privileges to the users, but the privileges are not same for all the users. It depends upon the hierarchy or the service, or you must say the application which has been put out on the cloud. Now here, how the access control will be done, or how the access control should be in the cloud, that we'll try to discuss in today's this clip. Now it has been said that is, generally speaking, access control management is a broad function that encompasses access requirement of your users. What has been said here, that is, it is dealing with respect to the access requirements of whom? Of your users, which are going to use that specific product, that specific application, or that specific service. And system administrators. As we are well aware about, that is, there are different system administrators who hold the system, that is how to access the network, system, applications, resources. So all these stuffs need to be done, and this stuff is nothing but the access control. The access control management function should address the following. What exactly should it contains? That has been specified at this place. That is, who should have the access to what resources. It means here we need to think of, there are n number of users, among them which resource, because again there are n resources and n users. Now here there will not be such a scenario that all the n users will have the access of n resources. Definitely not. We need to provide the resources availability as per the designation, as per the requirement of that user. Let us take an example. We have one cloud services in which we have two actors, one is administrator and another one is the client. The features which are there for your administrator are the additional features that should not be visible to the client. Like this, we need to make a privileges of your access. Then second thing here is, that is, why should the user have the access to the resources? Now before giving these privileges, this is the question which will came into mind, or we should come into the mind for assigning the resources. That why should the users have the access to the resources? Let us take an example. We have one e-market website which we have hosted on the clouds, and there is one functionality, that is adding the items. Now this adding item, will it be the functionality for the client who is going to purchase the product from that specific website? Definitely not. So why we come to know? Because we have thought, why should we give access to the resources to the user, and we come to know that is, client is not the one to whom these resources should be provided. Let us take another scenario. Admin is there. As we are well aware, that is, administrator is the one who should provide definitely the list of items to the customer, that is, these items are available right now. So this functionality, it need to be provided to the admin. Like this, we need to think of about resources to whom we should provide the access. Then third thing here is, that is, how should you access the resources? Now definitely we will be having some scenario through which we need to provide the access to the resources. Let's take an login is one of the authentication method which is helpful to us for providing the access to the resources. Then there might be the case that is eye retina, thumb impression, all the stuff, that is these are the some ways through which we can provide access to the resources. And last but not the least, who has access to what resources? We should have the complete map, that is this is the user who is having the access of this resource, this is the user who is having the access of this resource. For what purpose? It will be helpful for auditing and reporting. So these are the four aspects which we need to take into account when dealing with respect to the access control. Now this above mentioned aspect of the access control domain should be addressed. By whom it should be get addressed, that has been specified here, by your organization's access policies. Now it will not be the same for each and every organization. It will vary from one organization to the another organization, because it is the complete authority which has been provided to the organization, and organizations will have their own policies of accessing it, and standard and aligned with the users' roles and responsibilities. So now these organizations will set, that is what will be the role of that specific user and what will be the responsibility of that specific user, including end users and privileges system administrators. So it will be for both users as well as for the system administrators. Like this, all the policies need to be set, all the roles and responsibilities need to be set by the organization, so that the malpractices will not be took place. Why the access control is important, why the access control is required? Because if you did not provide the access control, it might be the case that someone who is not having the access, who is not authorized to access that resource, will access that resource and will do the malpractice in it, and it will hamper definitely to the business, and it should not happen at all. That's why the access control is important. Now how can we do this access control in cloud? The access control can be done in cloud. So how? That has been stated here, that is cloud computing consumption model, where users are accessing the cloud services from any internet connected host. Network access control will play a diminishing role. It means there will be a major role of network access control when we are accessing our cloud service through internet connected host. Then the reason is that is the traditional network access control are focused on protecting resources. Why? Because they are focused on protecting resources from unauthorized access. This is the thing which I have said earlier, that is we need to stop unauthorized access based on host based attributes, which is the most cases inadequate. It is not unique across users and can cause inaccurate accounting. So if we did not do this thing in that way, it will definitely will have the inaccurate accounting. The one who is not having the authority will access it. That's why. Now, as we are well aware that we have different services which has been provided under the cloud, and among them is one, that is SaaS. So how access control will deal with respect to the SaaS? As we are well aware, this SaaS is stand for service as a platform. Now service as a platform, it means extremely sorry, it is not a service, it is a software as a service. So as we are saying, software as a service, software will be provided to the customer by the cloud service provider. So now in this case, as the complete software will be get provided to the customer, definitely the responsibility of your cloud service provider will be there for managing all the aspects with respect to the network, server and application infrastructure.